from now on, I'm not dropping any more music like that. Like, the music that I've been recording, shot a music video 2 this weekend, it's gonna surprise a lot of people because I get to make the music that I actually want to make. You know.
And basically, what I tell them within that 6 months is this: we're gonna book a number of shows for you. We're gonna put you on tour to go to a couple cities to perform. We're gonna put you in the studio sessions. We're gonna make sure that you rub the right elbows and network with people. And within that 6 months, our number one goal is to promote you as an artist, as an individual artist. And under our umbrella, get you a relationship or a contract with one of those major record companies, the Warners, the Atlantics, and so on.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
Changing the Youth, the hottest podcast in the city, hosted by myself, Jerry Novato. Shout out Kelsey Means, she's not here today. Deluxe Vlog, I Work Magic Daily, Frankadelic, Really Sabri and Palm Beach Connects. We got in the building, man. XVXPA, and we got Mel, man. How your boys doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Nice to meet you. Me and you haven't met, but I've heard good things about you, and we've been checking out the work as well. Me and Mel go, we talked before in the past. We've worked together. It's good to see you still, working on everything that we talked about. As far as what you had going on, I don't know about the other ventures, how they're doing, but it seems you got your artists taken care of, and
Right.
and you got a lot going for you, man.
Appreciate it.
So let's start first of all with how you two met, and what were your first impressions of each other?
Well, I don't know if you want to go, but I'll go ahead and start it off. But so much like Opportunity Sports is a marketing company, focuses mostly on sports, but we have an entertainment component as well. And so we just work as a consultant for different artists and tell them, hey, if you sign to us, this is what we can do for you. We have relationships, and we built partnerships with different companies to be able to promote artists on different platforms. And so I have a team of managers, and that's kind of how I met him. One of my managers said, hey, I got this talent out of Lakeland, Florida. He's different. He has a unique sound, something that we haven't heard in South Florida before. So I said, let's get him in the studio. Let's see what he does. And thoroughly impressed. I mean, it's not your typical shoot 'em up, bang bang, kill music.
Yeah.
But he has a lyrical flow that I think can change generations. And once I seen that, and I said I gotta have him. So we sent him out from Lakeland, Florida. We brought him down. He's right now currently on tour. And I said, hey man, make this one of your stops right here, and just take advantage of that moment. So he's been, shooting videos, photo shoots, interviews like this, and just been phenomenal ever since, So that's what made me kind of really take a liking into him. And I think he's going to be a driving force real soon.
That's dope. Are you from Lakeland yourself, or?
No, I'm from Palm Beach. I grew up a little bit in Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
Shout out Miami Gardens, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Savannah. Mom moved us around a lot, but mostly reside here in West Palm.
All right. Nice. So where were you on your tour when you guys met?
I met him in Lakeland. We took a trip up there, and he was doing a show up there. And I said, you know what, we got to reconnect. And so I added him to come down here to West Palm Beach before we go up to Atlanta in about a month from now.
Okay.
And like I said, man, he's talented as hell, man. I mean, you don't see,
no doubt, man. No doubt.
You don't see too many artists, especially at his age, that focus more on the lyrical component of it all.
Yeah.
Everybody else is more so on the beat and the hook, and he's trying to bring the real bars back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think you have a presence in your music where you're able to hear the artist. A lot of the time you listen to some music and you don't necessarily hear the artist. Mm-hmm. You kind of catch the beat first, and then you, let me listen to this guy. But you catch a listener's attention pretty immediately. So for you, what was your impression when you got the call or text, whatever it was between the two of you? Why did you trust that opportunity that he presented to you?
Well, I met him through my manager, and it's crazy you say that, but the situation was brought to me, and at first, I absorbed in everything, met Opportunity Sports, and I felt like it was the best thing for me. I worked with tried to work with many managers and marketing companies, you could call them, but this was the best situation for me. I trusted everything.
Nice. How long were you doing music before that?
Professionally, in a studio?
Yeah.
Only about a year or two.
About a year or two.
But I've been making music like off phones and
Yeah.
shit like that for forever.
For a minute.
Yeah.
So you were doing your thing kind of independently.
Mm-hmm.
When did you realize like you need something like this, a component like this to help you go further?
When I met my manager,
Yeah.
we met, and he was like, it's crazy because he told me, he was telling me like what you need is a team. Because I was doing it independently, thinking, I could do it, and you can do it, but I felt like this was the best thing for me, building a team.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It seems to me with how you described it, like you still have a lot of the flexibilities that you do that you already had independently. Would you say? I mean, is he still independent in that sense?
Right. So all of our contracts and all of the negotiations that we go through with all the artists, we try to create flexibility for them. Nothing's long term for them. Maybe our longest contract is 6 months. And basically what I tell them within that 6 months is this: we're going to book a number of shows for you. We're going to put you on tour to go to a couple cities to perform. We're going to put you in the studio sessions. We're going to make sure that you rub the right elbows and network with people. And within that 6 months, our number one goal is to promote you as an artist, as an individual artist. And under our umbrella, get you a relationship or a contract with one of those major record companies, the Warners, the Atlantics, and so on. And if you get signed to one of those companies, your contract, it's null and void at that point, and you can go on and pursue that company with them. Because at the end of the day, Opportunity Sports pride ourselves on doing what's right for the artist. It's not always about making money. And one of the things that I pride myself on is God didn't bless you for you. God blessed you so you could be a blessing onto others. So I'm in a situation financially where I can be able to have a little bit of flexibility, and as well, due to my sports side, I'm able to make a little income there. So pretty much on the entertainment side, that's a total expense for me.
Yeah.
That's just me giving back to the craft, me giving back to just making sure that good music is still being able to be created at a very elite level.
Yeah. So you have the artist's best interest in mind, because
sure.
I think this is something that is the fun part for you as well, with everything else you got going on.
Right. And then, like I said, at the end of the day, man, the type of people that you deal with, every artist can't come on board with us. We do have a certain standard image and just, as far as beats and lyrics and things of that nature. And if you fit that requirement, then we'll say, hey, we can get behind you and support you. And typically speaking, those are good people. And they know that if they do happen to make it through the door, we do give them the option to take us with them. Hey, we can still work as your consultant or as your management team, or whatever role that you want us to serve. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we have their best interest. And typically speaking, the artists, they want to continue to work with us because of the work that we do. And they know that they're not bounded to anything. And I think that's why they tend to not forget about us when they go off and do good things.
Yeah. For you, what was the first record you put out?
My first record,
Yeah.
Throwback.
probably Dumb Stuff.
Dumb Stuff.
Yeah, Dumb Stuff.
Okay. That was your first ever recording?
Well, yeah. First
How old were you when you put that out?
I think about 16.
16 years old. 16. You've been rapping for a couple years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess your age. So you still pretty much you still young. So like what even got you into the music then? Like do you have role models, people you looked up to? Was it your surrounding, and how did the music start for you?
My influences, like music influences,
Yeah.
it'll be like Isaiah Rashad, Trippie Redd, shit like that. Brit
Yeah.
Fryers. I like smooth,
Yeah,
kind of like smooth music.
Yeah, I'm on you.
Yeah.
So you like the new project then? You been listening to it from Isaiah?
Yeah. Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Man, that might be
Oh man, that was
that
crazy.
has to be like the hottest album of the year or something.
Definitely. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a tough year for him though.
Yeah.
With everybody, we still waiting on Donda, people,
Yeah.
everybody else dropping.
That's so crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, Kodak dropping in October, I think, and Thug drops in October too. Rod Wave been doing his thing with the projects as well, so he's got some competition. But I like that project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you heard all of it?
Isaiah?
yeah.
I heard every last one.
Yeah.
Like
What is it? The house is burning, right?
Yeah, the house is burning.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. I haven't heard that from an artist yet that like Isaiah Rashad. That's one of my favorite artists as well.
Wow.
From TDE.
Yep.
So yeah, that tells me a lot about how you attack music. So for you, what is it about? Because I know like his story is kind of like it's interesting in the sense that he had like he dealt with different type of addiction and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
like what was some of the things that you were going through that you felt you could transition that and put it in the music and express yourself?
Yeah. Well, I would say like just the way I think about life, because like my music that I make is like a real like how I think about, like it's whatever I feel at the moment.
Yeah.
So you'll see like a lot of the music that I dropped on YouTube is like it portrays it is some of it is that shoot 'em up bang bang music, because that's what I was going through at that time.
Yeah.
So I only make music reflecting what I'm going through. But from now on, I'm not dropping any more music like that. Like, you know, the music that I've been recording, shot a music video 2 this weekend, it's gonna surprise a lot of people, because I get to make the music that I actually want to make, you know? So yeah, it'll be crazy.
Sure. Well, how do you look at that? When you were making that music, did you feel like it was negative? The music you was making was negative? Or
at the time, I didn't
people
even
were receiving it was negative?
At the time, I didn't even realize. I was just making music with, you know, my friends, you know, just making hot music and going to the studio. You know, I was getting a lot of beef and stuff. But so that's what my music was at the time. But, you know, I went through some things afterwards, and then I just realized, like, what am I doing? That's not even the music I like making. That's not the music I even listen to. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. So
yeah. You were pretty much going against the things you believe in, I guess.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Definitely.
But what does music mean to you? Because I feel like even when you were going through that, you were still expressing yourself, because you were actually experiencing those things. Mm-hmm. Do you regret the music you put out, like during that time?
No, I don't regret the music that I put out, because with the music I put out, from now on, it's going to build a story.
Yeah.
So what I've been through, or how I was thinking at that time, you know, how I matured throughout life, I want to put that in my music. Yeah. And
you told us a little bit about XVX, particularly XVX and the meaning of that. You mind going over that again?
Oh, okay.
Where that came from?
So that's weird, but XVX means actual XVX. Like if you look up on Google, it's like abstinence of drugs. But, you know, I like to smoke a lot of weed, so it's like a contradiction. I don't know. Yeah. I thought it was cool. So I was like XVX and then PA. They call me PA because, you know, I spent most of my time living in Pennsylvania, back and forth between Pennsylvania and Florida. So
XVXPA.
Yeah, so XVXPA, I just put it together. Yeah.
All right. It makes more. It's more fluent for me now that I know.
Yeah.
What the two are.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. XVXPA.
Yeah.
Cool. Pennsylvania. How long were you staying there?
For like I say like
most of your childhood.
A little bit of my childhood. I was born in Miami, Florida, and then I spent like a couple years down there. Then I moved to Pennsylvania for like 5 years. Then I moved back and forth. I got a military family, so I move a lot.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice. What branch?
Army, Navy. So,
all different ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't you join the military, man? I know they were like college or military. Like, are they traditional in that sense?
I don't want to talk about that right now.
That's all the answer we need.
Yeah.
That's all the answers we need, man. You probably still going through it. You better get your butt off tour.
Yeah.
Join the Marines or something.
I love doing this.
Yeah. Can't nobody tell you otherwise.
Nah.
Okay. All right.
See, I don't think he knows this, but I'm in the Army, so I was waiting for him to say something negative.
He already said something negative to me because, you know, I don't put it out there, but I'm in the military too.
Yeah, that's what's up. What's up.
What branch?
I ain't gonna tell you because we ain't gonna have a good conversation if I tell you.
You better not say the Air Force.
Oh no, we don't. No, we don't.
Don't say the Navy either.
Oh no, we don't do them. We don't do them.
But a few left now.
Coast Guard.
Get out, boy. That boy. That's at the coast.
So it sounds like you in the Army.
I'm in the best branch. You think of the best one? That's the one I'm in.
The best one.
It must be the Army.
Can't be.
The Marines?
Yes, sir. Come on, man.
Man, listen, anybody can be a Marine.
No. Yeah.
No, man, can't. It's the few for a reason. We ain't gonna have the conversation on here. We don't put all my business.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna. Hey, it's the few for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Right.
Yeah.
We part of the 1%, so we'll go there. We're part of the 1%.
At least you ain't Air Force.
Yeah, no,
That's fine.
I'm scared of heights.
All right, man. So yeah, the military wasn't for you, and with you, the music thing is just that's where it's at for you.
Yeah.
How far do you see yourself going? Do you have like do you believe in it? Do you believe in what you're doing? And
Definitely. I want to I don't want to be like another rapper that just come and goes. You know, like a lot you could be a hot rapper, but and still come and go.
Yeah.
I want to leave like a mark, like Michael Jackson type mark, not like,
Yeah.
I want to do something big and positive at the same time.
yeah, you care about the music, like
Yeah.
the art of it.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's a rarity now because a lot of artists, you can tell like it's more about like the money, it's more materialistic. Like even King Von, for example, like
Yeah.
even though he was rapping about what he was rapping about, the recent single he just dropped, I think it's Demon,
Mm-hmm.
and you watch the end of that, and he was actually directing that music video.
Mm-hmm.
That's still to me an artist that cared about like
His
Yeah.
craft.
his
I feel you.
craft, regardless of what he's saying in the music. So it's a good sign. Yeah, man. So with Opportunity Sports, I know we probably discussed a little bit of that with our past interviews. So just to clarify, it made like people hearing the name for the first time.
Right.
Why was it Opportunity Sports? I know it branches off to different things and not necessarily opportunities like music or
Right, right.
or in that sense.
So Opportunity Sports was born on Palm Beach Gardens High School campus in 2014. I was playing sports there. I had just came off a really, really good track season, breaking a couple records at the school. And I had an older brother who was a football player. Never threw an interception in the history of his football career in high school. Ended up switching positions due to some, personal reasons. And he, got 7 or 8 interceptions in the first 6 games. And he was doing extremely well, but didn't have any college offers or concrete offers at the time. And it kind of bothered me a little bit because I'm saying, how can you be this talented and don't have any offers?
Yeah.
And so I took it upon myself to go out there and film some games because they wasn't doing any pretty much filming at the time. And then I ended up transferring to Palm Beach Lakes. And when I got hurt, I tore the muscles in my left leg. So I was pretty much out of football season. So I reverted back to that, and I started covering some of my classmates. So people like Gervin Hall was one of my very first people I ever worked with. Gervin Hall, for those who don't know, is now the starting cornerback over at University of Miami.
Okay.
Vendarius Cowan, who won a national championship at University of Alabama, now is one of the best linebackers in the country at West Virginia University. Devin Stutstill, graduate of Notre Dame, Tavon Coney, all these guys kind of, let me cover them early on so I can build my platform. And then their following became my following. And then that's kind of how I got the name Opportunity Sports, because through sports, I can provide an opportunity that, and we know, opportunities, they don't just go away. They just pass you by.
Yeah.
So if I can create an opportunity that doesn't pass you by, we can seize the moment, then, I did my job. And I did it through sports for so long. And then as I kind of graduated early on, I'm saying to myself, well, how can I affect more change? And they say if you ever find your passion, you'll never work another day in your life. And so I love music. And I end up managing this one kid early on, Malik Nelson, but he goes by Lit Glow. And he entrusted in me early on. And I said, you know what? Let's make it Opportunity Sports and entertainment. That way I can kind of bounce back between the sports and the entertainment side. So ever since then, I just stuck with it. And I said it stuck. It made good. I tried the Opportunity Sports Music Group and all this other stuff. But Opportunity Sports and entertainment, it made sense to me. So
No, it sounds good, man. It sounds good. You've been doing it for a while, too. How long has it been?
2014.
Since 2014, then, yeah.
It's been a minute, man. I can tell you right now, the vision is now there. Your vision is not someone else's vision until your vision becomes a reality.
Yeah, facts.
I remember just sitting in my 9th grade year at Palm Beach Gardens High School with a bunch of guys and freestyling, because I used to try to be a rapper once upon a time. Didn't really work out too well. But, so we used to get up in the morning and freestyle in front of the whole school. And it used to draw all this attention. And people started to come around and listen to it more. And we just said, we could do this a little bit more. And I just kind of stuck with it. And made it, a vision, and people say, yeah. And now that I've done it, they're like, oh wow, I didn't know you had that in mind. So, I guess it worked out in his favor, and we're still building. So
It started with you by yourself.
yeah. Started me by myself, and now we've branched out, and I got about 14 people employed working with me, between managers, videographers, and things like that. Currently have about 12 athletes signed, and about another 8 artists attached to our label. So we got a pretty big family, man. And I love when they try to cross paths as much as we can, but they'll cross eventually one day or another.
Yeah, man. What was your biggest lesson in all that? Because it's not easy starting a business, getting a business to be taken seriously as a business, right, and getting other people to believe in you and what you're doing. So what was some of the biggest challenges for you?
You mentioned like what was the biggest challenge or failure. I'm gonna call it my greatest success was during the pandemic. As we all know, the country shut down, and anybody that has a business knows that when the country shuts down, people are not buying anything. They're not consuming anything. They're not spending money. And so I wasn't making anything. And I had just quit my job because I couldn't work under the COVID conditions that they had there. And so now here you have this young entrepreneur with no job, a company that's not making no money. And at that point, for me, it was sink or swim. You have to figure it out. Failure is not an option. So I just said, what? I got to commit to being a business owner. I used to get up every morning at 8 o'clock like I had to be to work. And I would work from 8 to 5, 8 to 9, and sometimes later than that, just grinding, networking, going through interviews, going to meetings, and doing whatever I can. And eventually I started to get back into it, and I was able to meet some pretty important people. People like Marcus Hubbard, a former NBA player, 9-10-year professional career, played for the Clippers and the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks. So he's been a tremendous resource to me and helping me. Mark Brown, Senior, who's the first black man ever hired by the PGA of America, the Golf Association. He's a self-made millionaire. He created Identity Theft Business Solution that does all the protection for every police officer in the sheriff department. Yeah. And so, having people like that in your life that, mentor you and mold you into a young professional, you can't help but be successful. And so, just between building those relationships and working with some pretty prominent people, I was able to kind of create an income stream to where I can live off. And I can tell you right now, I've surpassed the income that I made at my job already.
Yeah,
and already. At least, 8 months into the year.
Yeah, it's not even a year yet.
Yeah, so that's a blessing,
cool, man.
And sometimes you just got to just jump out there and see what happens.
Yeah, I remember talking to Mark Brown, so he's familiar. I don't remember the first guy, though. I don't think he was there whenever we did that interview. Right. That's what's up, man. And, I like to think of the pandemic as if you're a business owner, that was the final exam.
Yeah.
It was a challenge for sure, man. That was definitely a test. So it's good that you were able to like have the mindset to withstand it and keep moving forward.
Right.
So during when all that was happening, you didn't go back and get a job or anything like that.
I've not had a job since 2000 and when the pandemic started. And
probably like early 2020, late 2019.
Yeah, I haven't had a job since 2020 of March when the pandemic kicked off. And I refuse to go back and get a job because I feel like if I go back and get a job, that means I failed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Failure's not an option. You understand?
Mm-hmm. No, I know. I know. We're all in agreement here. Right. I can relate. It was definitely a challenge for me as well. So, yeah, man. So, back to the music. I'm just gonna switch between both of y'all. Let's get back to the music. So, for you, what were some of the opportunities from when you signed with Opportunity Sports? What was like the aha moment where it was like, okay, they were really about their business. They're really offering me this. Especially when you got off tour doing what you were doing.
Yep.
Like what was like the first realization that they were providing you exactly what you wanted? Did you see a change in your music? Was it elevating or are you still like in the process of fitting in?
No, it was definitely elevating. I got to do a show with, opening for Hot Boy.
Okay.
So that was pretty dope. But when I realized that it was like a serious opportunity, it was like that it was serious about the business. They came and got me, and as soon as they came and got me, I got a music video for the song. I got a session with some cool artists, Tebow. We worked with Lottery, with the producer Lottery.
Shout out my guy Lottery.
Yeah,
Shout out Lottery,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? So
Like everybody work with Lottery, man. It's crazy.
Man, he's a legend in the area.
So yeah, and I ain't from West Palm, so I got to network and meet a whole lot of cool people down here.
Stu Banks. Can't forget Stu Banks.
Shout out Stu Banks.
Yeah, so it was pretty
Is
cool.
he shooting one of your music videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's shooting the music
The
video.
music video.
Yeah.
The music video.
What's that one we talking about? Which one we working with right now?
What's
the next music video coming out?
That's the next music video coming out.
Oh, it's not even the music video ain't even dropping next.
Man,
No,
Y'all holding on to it?
No, so Stu Banks shot a video for us, man, and I'm gonna make it my business. Breaking news right here for you.
Okay.
We're gonna drop that video September 15th.
Okay. That's right around the
That's
corner.
right around
man.
the corner. It's
That's almost yeah.
Back is called Back from PA, man. It's a really dope concept, man. In his song he talks about just police brutality, people that want to grow up and be thugs and gangsters, and he tells them, listen, that's not the way you have to go. So in the video, it's really good visuals. He's shooting in front of a church because he's having this conversation with God, and then in the scene, I get to be a police officer, and we're arresting somebody, police brutality. Yeah. So there's a Black Lives Movement pitch in there too, to kind of talk about the current times that's going on, man. And it was a really good movie. That's what I call it. It was a good movie.
Yeah, y'all shot a movie.
It was
man.
a movie.
Back to PA.
Yeah.
Back from PA.
Back from PA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna be really, really dope, man. Stu Banks did a phenomenal job with it, and he's special, man. His video effects, his professionalism, most importantly, and then he's a really good dude to work with.
Yeah, you can count on Stu. I've heard nothing but good things when artists come in here and talk about him. So shout out to him, man. Is that something that's prevalent in the PA?
You mean?
Police brutality and
Well, I feel like that's prevalent everywhere.
everywhere. But is it especially like something you have you dealt with something like that?
I stay out the mix. I just observe and speak about it. Yeah.
All right, man. As far as like the area, how was it like growing up? Where in the areas when you were growing up? Like how was your environment like?
I move around a lot, so even now, like I move around a lot, so I just keep moving. Yeah, I stay inside.
So you never. One thing I know about like military families and stuff, like, do you have like, were you able to make friends, like lifelong friends, or was it more? Was it harder?
It was a little harder.
Yeah.
I got one lifetime friend. Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. So, in your music, what's like the main, like, what's the reoccurring theme? Do you make music to where people can see your growth through the music, or is it more abstract?
Right now, well, it's more abstract.
Yeah.
The music that I've dropped, previously, or any music that's out right now, that you could find, it's nothing that I really. It's nothing. That's nothing that I got compared to coming. Because definitely, yeah.
So you feel like you've evolved, like,
Yes.
way past, like,
I'm more in my sound. I found my sound, like my style and what I want to do. So now I get to do that.
I got you. So how much music you think you're seeing on then? You seeing on a lot of songs?
I've you mean like how much music like I've made?
Yeah, like since you found that, like,
Oh, whew. All right. So bro, in my unreleased category, I have at least like 300 songs. At least 300 songs. That was just made within like maybe the last year. Not even the last year.
Yeah.
About 300 songs. So, but a lot of those songs were, and they're hard songs too. I might put some snippets out, but a lot of those songs, I'm battling with a lot of different.
whether you should drop or like,
Stuff like that.
And
Yeah.
I actually wanted to add to that because he made a really, really good point. One of the things that we always focus on is building your catalog. You know, record as many songs as you possibly can because you don't know what's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
And, you know, when artists come to us, we try to tell them, listen, man, you need to figure out what your image is going to be. What is going to be your unique sound? What's going to be your niche? What's going to make you different from everybody else? And so, you know, he gets excited when he says, I found my sound, because you don't know as an artist how hard it is for you to find that one unique, distinctive sound that's different from everybody else. That's different, and that's something that you can get behind, you know. And that's why it's so important, the beat selections and the songs and then the engineers and then the willingness to be able to work. Like, people don't understand how hard that is. Yeah. And he kind of grabbed that on pretty quickly, you know, unlike other artists, you know.
Yeah. Does it make it more difficult though? Do you feel boxed in as an artist? Because I know there are certain music you don't want to make anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Does it make it more difficult now for you, or is it like?
It does make it more difficult because I'm already like, I don't like to talk much. I don't really like to talk much. So, but I like to make music. I love to make music, but I don't like to talk much. So, but you know, Opportunity Sports, they've definitely been helping me do that, be able to work with other artists and branch out, and you know, so even with my style. But like you said, is it harder doing that? It is kind of harder doing that. Yeah.
I know we talk about image as an artist.
Yeah.
What would you say your image is like? Like, what does your audience see, like when they comment on your music, or like when they vibe to your music? What sort of an image do you put out?
Yeah. So that's a good question. As in recently?
Yeah.
Or I
no, like as in like how you are right now. Like
yeah.
Do you appeal to a certain like specific demographic, or?
Right now, like in my city right now, everybody's bumping my music that I've dropped. Yeah. So and it's coming off as, you know, it's lit music, you know. Yeah. It's fine, but you know, everybody's bumping off this certain way. But I like to create different genres, different styles. Yeah. So I haven't put out this particular, you know, what I really want to do. Yeah. So, you know, they bumping on the old wave right now.
Yeah, you torn between two people right now.
Something like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I want to ask. Yeah. So, since you don't like the old music you used to do.
No.
So you used to is it like you used to punch in, or like
I don't right? Nah, when I get in the studio, I just like I said, I go off of how I'm feeling at the moment. So a lot of my music, I don't even really punch in. I just go in and I might do my verse, my whole verse, freestyle it, but because it's coming off of how I'm feeling, so I'll be able to freestyle it. But you know, yeah.
That go to my next question. Not to interrupt. Do you get a juicy where say like you give?
You get the Juice WRLD comparison.
The more he talk, like I'm like, you know how Juice WRLD be going at night. He said he just be going ham. Freestyle how he's feeling. I'm like,
right, yeah.
Juicy WRLD?
Hey, I like Juice WRLD a little bit. I like Juice WRLD a little bit.
A little bit. I got you.
Yeah. And that's really like hard to do as an artist. Like the reason his catalog is so big because he literally goes into the studio and freestyles like 90% of his songs. Yeah, and it's like it's amazing to me that he can go in there and just instantly just rip them off like that. But let me tell you something: when he actually takes the time and focus and write some stuff, he's he's lethal, man.
Right.
It really is.
Okay, so you're a great freestyler, but an even better writer.
I can freestyle, but when I write a song, it's if you see me writing a song, it's a song I care about. Yeah. You know, like it's a song I really, really, really care about. I can freestyle and make a fire song, but you know, if I'm writing it, you're gonna be able to feel what I'm saying. Definitely.
The man reads the dictionary, for Christ's sake.
He one of those.
Hey, come on, man.
He gonna have them Jay-Z stories. He gonna be telling them Jay-Z stories about him.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think Eminem does that too. I've heard of a few like the greats do that.
Yeah, shout out to the GOAT Eminem, man.
The greats do. Oh, that's you.
That's the GOAT.
He called you, yeah. Damn, he want to debate on here every time he opens his mouth. I just gotta
hold back.
Yeah. I gotta say something. Eminem is not, and I'm not gonna play. Oh, I like Eminem though. I ain't gonna say that.
Man, he's the GOAT, man.
I can't say he ain't the GOAT. I can say he ain't the GOAT, but I can't say he's not. Like Eminem's like probably top 3.
And the only other 2 people you could possibly put in that category is Jay-Z and Lil Wayne.
Nah. I don't think Jay-Z and Lil Wayne in my top 3.
What?
Nah.
You ain't hear no ceilings. The blueprint.
I love Lil Wayne. I love Hove.
No.
I love Hove. I love Lil Wayne. I'm a big Jay-Z fan. But he ain't top 3.
Oh man.
Jay-Z not top. So for you, it's Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne. In no particular order.
No particular. Eminem was number one.
No, number one.
Yeah.
Number one is Eminem for you. Why is that?
Slim Shady, when he came out, was different.
Yeah.
For the first time, people actually had to say to themselves, rap is a black sport, but it's ran by a white guy. Eminem, when he came out, he had a certain edge to him. He was different. He was talking about, much like other artists, things that happened in his life, growing up in 8 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
But the stories that he has and how he's able to change personas and, move people with his music. I mean, it just was...
It's unprecedented.
I really do believe the reason why no one has challenged him in a versus is because his catalog is too big.
No, I mean, if you're gonna talk about numbers, Eminem is the one
Oh
that
my
you can't dance with that man when it comes to numbers. He got the numbers on lock.
Oh my goodness!
I think he's like one of a few artists to ever go to have like a diamond. I think to have like a 10 times platinum. It's him. It's a small club.
But I will tell you this though. I categorize GOATs and eras. So early 2000s, I feel like that's Eminem, right? But I think from 2010 and out, you got to start talking about the J. Cole's of the world, the Kendrick Lamars, the Jonah Lucases, and you got to put some respect on those guys' name. Because Eminem, he's not putting out music like he used to, so he's not as relevant as he was back in the early 2000s when he was on Forgot About Dre,
Yeah.
But it's still, his catalog is still outmatched in my opinion. Lil Wayne is second right behind him in terms of catalog and hit records and just being able to be creative, man.
Lil Wayne might be in my top 3. I think about it, he might be.
I mean, come on now.
He was like 4. But now
I'm interested.
I'm
Who's
thinking,
number 2 and 3?
Nah, I can't say that.
You gotta stay unbiased.
I can't say that. I can't say that. I don't want to put out any opinions. They're gonna hate me on here.
Yeah.
But I can't argue with your top 3. That's some good people on your top 3. Who's your top 3, man? Who's your top 3 XVX?
My top 3 would be... That's hard. It would be Isaiah Rashad and Trippie Redd. Those I don't know who
the third? We don't know who the third is.
Nah, the third.
Isaiah, Trippie Redd. I feel like you don't listen to JID, since I'm trying to see who you listen to.
So I listen to Isaiah Rashad. I always love Isaiah Rashad. Trippie Redd, always love Trippie Redd. I listen to Mick Jenkins. I don't know.
Big Jenkins, yeah, I know.
And I
Mick Jenkins.
love Mick Jenkins. I love Mick Jenkins. Brent
Mick Jenkins
Fayez,
hard, yeah.
the old school Chance the Rapper, like the acid rap.
Yeah.
Like that shit,
Yeah, okay.
That's all I listen to, literally.
That's the new school goats, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Got it.
All them boys, like, really, like,
Yeah. That's all I really listen to.
Where you heard of
J. Cole.
You heard of J. Cole,
Kendrick, stuff like that.
J. Cole. Man, it's crazy. You go. Do you like? So it's Isaiah over Kendrick for you?
Yes, because Isaiah is wavy and he's smooth. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Kendrick is like he's very lyrical. He's very lyrical, and I love that. But Isaiah is lyrical and wavy. Like, he puts it together. So
yeah, he's a good balance.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like the new school guys. It's a couple other guys too. I know Pivot Gang do their thing. You listen to Saba.
Saba, yes, I like Saba. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to pick, like, from the people you listen to. I'm trying to see who's like that.
That's really all I listen to.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Cool, man. Would you want to be in either of those labels, like whether it's Pivot Gang or TDE or
that would be crazy to be in TDE.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
That'd be pretty wild.
That would be wild. Yeah.
I think Kendrick's living though. I I think he's leaving TDE. That's what just so you be good. You won't have to deal with him. You don't really like him anyway. I mean, I don't think he's gonna like you either. You pick Isaiah over him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never heard. I think most people just say, you know. I mean, he is my second favorite.
All right.
Isaiah Rashad's my second favorite in TDE for sure.
Yeah.
And then first is Kendrick Lamar for sure.
Oh, yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. He's hard now. He's
Kendrick
hard.
Lamar's,
I guess.
I'm glad you said it.
You gotta remind him every day.
Man, listen, we all heard Control verse, man. We already know what time it was.
Yeah.
Kendrick hard. Yeah, I love Kendrick.
I don't think Isaiah could go toe to toe with Kendrick.
He couldn't. No, he couldn't.
But his music is different.
Right.
That's
right.
why I love Isaiah because he's one of one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. So, how do you want to be remembered for your music? Like, how do you want to be remembered? You know, when it's all said and done, not in terms of your life. I guess my following question to that is, what do you want to do after music? But for the music, how do you want to be remembered?
I honestly I want to be remembered as giving out good music, like on a high frequency, like positive music. I want to be able to wake people up, talk about things that people don't want to talk about in music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the music people listen to, but you don't listen to it around your homeboys because they might think you weird. I want everybody to listen to it and be like, you know,
and
be yourself.
Normal,
yeah, real shit. Yeah.
Cool, man. I feel like that comes with a lot of hate, and
I mean,
you're gonna get. I feel like when you get to that like mogul level, you have to like go through like some hate. Some people not understanding what you're doing, who you are, and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
How you think you deal with those situations?
I try to deal with it. I try to deal with it as best as I can. I mean, and I just make music about it. Yeah.
But do what people say and think about you, is that something that's important to you?
I would like to say no, it's not, but like when it comes to people like you care about, in a sense, I care about, you know, how they perceive me because, you know. Yeah.
For sure, man. But you growing the wicks out?
I mean, nah, I don't want to call them wicks. Man, to be honest,
you free? Or you?
I was free forming it, but I'm kind of mad that I did crochet it a little bit. But I wanted to be free forming.
It looks fire.
I crocheted and then twisted these a little bit. I should have just kept free forming it.
Oh, you did it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just do weird shit. Got these connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just doing some weird shit.
Yeah. I feel like you're gonna be like. Do you like X?
Yes.
X?
Yeah. I
love. Actually like X? Okay.
Yeah. I love X.
I couldn't put him from what you said. I didn't see him being in there.
No. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
okay.
You know, I love X.
All right. So I was gonna say you kind of give me like
I love
X vibes.
I do love X. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. You're giving all the good vibes.
Yeah, you're giving some good vibes over here, man.
That's crazy.
You're giving some good vibes.
I just wanted to say,
be vibing,
man. Yeah. I gotta go back to your Instagram. I gotta see how bougie you is on Instagram.
I ain't bougie, bro.
You're an introvert. You say you don't like talking. You like to be to himself.
I just be chilling, bro.
Chilling, smoking weed.
Yes, sir.
You ain't too bougie. You ain't bougie on Instagram.
Nah, man. Nah.
I'd have thought you'd have like all the rock star stuff.
Nah, I be chilling.
Like the crazy pictures.
I be chilling, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool, man. You got a car here say fuck the police on it.
Yeah.
You did that? You spray painted that?
Nah, I ain't do that.
No.
I ain't do that.
That was just a statement for you?
Yeah.
All right. Damn, you think they be watching as an artist, you think? Because I don't know, man. Like, it's a lot of self-snitching going on nowadays.
Yeah, I know.
It's a lot of
weird shit.
I feel like when the fame comes with a lot of L's. Like I see,
it does.
and I be thinking, man, these dudes getting money. Why they getting
right.
locked up like this and stuff like that? What you think that's about? You think people?
I told you what I thought, man. It'd be crazy, bro.
Shit, I'm trying to. I want to know.
Nah, man. I don't know. I just don't like that. I really don't. I don't agree with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that stuff be way weirder than what they portray to be.
You want to know something funny too? It's funny that you mentioned that. I was dealing with one of the artists that kind of got caught up in that Rico case up in Orlando, you know, and I remember he came down. We put him up in the Airbnb. We went to talking, and he said, "Hey, this is what I got going on. I'm getting ready to go on tour. I want you to come aboard, represent us." And I told him, in order for us to get a part of what you do, you have to change your image or your lifestyle, because we can't be a part of something that could potentially bring harm or endangerment to not just myself, but this company's brand and the other artists. And I could just remember the artist not being willing to change who he is.
To do that, yeah.
And the reason why I bring it up is because, these artists, a lot of it is fronting. They want to be portrayed or viewed as a certain way. And so that's why they act it. And not realizing that actually hurts their character. Because eventually, if you keep telling yourself something, you're going to start to believe it.
Putting it out into the universe, man.
And that's why, NBA Youngboy's not here. That's why he's facing the situation.
It's a lot of artists not here.
Yeah. And it's like, and they're talented, man. Like NBA Youngboy, who I, grew fond of, right? Is putting out all this music and killing on YouTube. I mean, putting out really good music as an independent artist. And then it gets signed to a label and working with people like Quando Ronda, doing all these different things, right? And now you get caught up in, carrying a gun.
Taking a picture with the gun, with your kid in the picture. And you can't even,
I mean, you can go buy you a bodyguard, give him a gun.
I mean, it blows my mind when I see what these artists be, because I don't judge the lifestyle. 'Cause some of them come from that environment. I think we all do. Some of us go different. We make different decisions, and whatever an artist is involved in, I'm not going to be the one to say, oh, like you should just not be in that life. It's not as easy as that. But some of the things they be doing, like taking a picture with a AK or whatever, with your kid in the picture.
It probably
like,
who did that thing.
I mean, well, I know when in his case they were trying to get him bail, and they weren't able to do that because they showed a picture of him with holding a gun,
with his kid,
and he was on probation at the time. He wasn't even supposed to be around no guns, and you got a whole pic you posing for.
That's what happens, man.
And I'm like,
I feel you.
Even if you don't know, like if you've been a felon so long, you should just know at this point how this system works. Do you have like an idea of like say timeline of when you want to achieve certain things by? Like how do you go about like accomplishing getting to those big goals? Like do you have a certain, like, okay, by 2022 I want to be on Rolling Loud, I want to be doing this by this time?
I don't really think about time like that. I just, if I want it, just manifest it. And I've been doing that as of recently, just using, good energy and trying to stay on good energy brings in good energy. So just manifest everything. Just keep on going. Just step by step. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. You be in the books. You be reading books and shit.
I mean, I don't really read. I read a little bit. Besides the dictionary, I read the dictionary. I don't really like reading books, but I listen to podcasts.
He really reads the dictionary.
I'm serious.
You weren't playing.
I'm serious about that.
But not like to not define words, but to see the definitions of certain words, because certain words mean shit that people don't really know that what it means. It's weird. Yeah.
Now I like to do that with Google. I'll Google certain words.
Yeah.
We 2021. It's 2021. I might just see what I do. Yeah, what I do, sometimes I already know what the word is, but I want to because the words I may want to find a synonym to these words, or I may want to see, the linguistic history of those words. So I'll Google. But you actually have you have like a dictionary.
I got A through Z dictionaries.
A through Z.
Yeah,
there you go.
And I just try to find out definitions and stuff. Yeah.
What's the craziest word you've seen in the dictionary?
Well, like right now, I've just
like you don't think I'm gonna know.
I don't know the craziest word I've seen. I just read different words. I said, I look at the definition of the words.
Yeah, I got you.
like spell and curse it, like the word curse. So that's kind of weird. Like spells. When we speak, you're spelling words. These are spells. There's power behind your words. Like for real. And in the dictionary, it tells you how there's magic. Like magic is real. You can see it in the dictionary. There's words on it. Like it's weird shit, bro. I be wearing. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
So you be.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Everything you say is a spell, bro. Like,
you be casting spells when you rap and shit.
Nah, you do. You always cast spells when you speak. So I try to stay positive on everything I say.
Yeah. Say. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I've seen that. Like when you write in cursive, you write in cursive. It's kind of weird now. Yeah. Cool, man. So, like, are you finished with school?
Yeah, I'm finished with school.
When did you graduate this year? Last year?
I graduated last year. Yeah, I'm done with that shit.
How was that? Like, you did a lot. It was mostly online, right?
No. You see, originally, man, I wanted to play football, man. I was making music, but I wanted to play football. I moved so much, so I never got to play football. Just making inside the house, making music. You know what I'm saying? Go to school, this school. Switch to this city, go to this state. I move around a lot, so grades wasn't that good. So I just go to school. That's it, man.
Yeah.
Make music. Yeah.
Yeah, really. What was it like? Was you were just not good at school? You weren't really in school?
I don't agree. I just felt like it was all bullshit. They're not teaching me at the time what
Yeah.
No, I agree with school, but it's like teach us. When I'm an adult, I want to know. Be able to know lifelong things. Like important things. Teach us about real stuff. Don't lie to us about history and stuff like that. Teach us real stuff.
Do you feel like you can give them an opinion on their music without offending your artist?
100%. I tell them, listen, man, vulnerable-based trust.
Yeah.
We have to be able to attack the idea and not the person.
Yeah.
So when I give you an idea or a thought, I put it out on the table for everybody to dissect it. And, the example I give is I like fried chicken. You, as an artist, are not going to come back and say, well, I hate fried chicken. No, let's talk about, I hate you. That was a dumb idea. Why did you say that? Let's talk about the chicken.
The fried
part.
chicken, yeah,
let's figure that out. And the same thing with this music. I'm not going to like every song. That's just the reality. But it's not what I like. It's what you're comfortable making, and it's what sells. And if we can kind of come to a common ground with that, then we're fine. Because I'm an old head anyway. I like Betty Wright. I like Isley Brothers, Anthony Hamilton, Charlie Wilson.
As man said, Isley Brothers.
Yes.
Oh, you old head.
Wind and Fire. So that's.
I'm thinking he gonna say. I'm thinking he gonna say something in the 2005s and stuff.
The Blake Sheltons, the John Mayers of the world.
I like that.
I'm weird in terms of my music, so my ear is trained for something certain. That's why I try to keep, the age demographic different. So now I bring in a younger guy who comes in and says, "Nah, man, that was fire."
Yeah.
Okay. And I go with that.
And it's not difficult to push that project, even though you don't agree with it.
Everybody that I bring in, I trust them. Okay. I trust their opinion. If I didn't trust your opinion, you wouldn't be here. That's just the reality. I got you. I hired you because of what you say you know how to do, what your ear is trained for. So if you like this style of music, if your ear is trained for that style, then go ahead. And I'm going to go on your word.
Yeah.
And then when the numbers come back, I'm going to make a business decision. Should we keep doing this kind of music or should we go this way? Yeah. But I give you the flexibility to be able to initiate the process and then I make a decision. But typically speaking, I don't overrule anybody that I manage because you're a professional. I trust you and your words.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. I'd want to be a part of something like that if I was an artist. So, yeah, man, you got something good going on. I can't wait to see how far it goes, man. I mean, you've been doing it for so long. It's proven to be something that works.
Right. So
I don't know. Do you learn or do you base everything off of you learn from failure, right? You fail and you adjust. When you've been doing something so long, you've seen almost everything.
Man, early on it was okay, learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Now that I've been doing it for 7, 8 years or whatever,
it's
I don't have to hit that brick wall to know it's hard.
To know, yeah.
People have all your senses, sight, smell, taste, and whatever. But I teach people you got to have 2 other senses as well. Mind, sight, and vision. Mind, sight is just knowing, okay, what should I be doing? Having common sense, rather. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is vision, seeing things before it happens. So I don't have to hit that brick wall to know it's hard. So you take that philosophy in your business, and I consider and say, listen, we're going to pre-sell tickets because I know if we take them at the door, chances are nobody shows up.
Yeah, right.
It's just seeing things before it happens. But if you pre-sell, now you done made your money. You don't care if anybody show up. So exactly. It's just simple tactics like that. And I try to use that strategy in anything that I do, just seeing things before it happens.
Yeah, you're a visionary. That's what I call a visionary, man.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's cool. It's cool. I think last time I met with you, I think you were the only one. I think it was just you.
Yeah, it was just me by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was still in high school at the time, or just getting ready to graduate high school. And then we were in our first skit with the ABAs. So I was just kind of branching out. I tried working with people and just couldn't get it off the ground. Yeah. And then shortly after that, I kind of said, you know what, let's go do it. Yeah. And then one thing I've learned, especially with our community, is, man, once you get something going, then others want to come on.
And they're gonna see. Once you start, they're like, hey, I see you doing your thing, bro.
Now they want to join.
I see you doing your thing over there at Opportunity Sports and Entertainment, man. Yeah. I want to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you refrain at that point? You refrain from saying, man, bump y'all not.
No.
Or you just kind of take people for what they are.
Well, one thing is I never turn my hand away from people. Because like I told you, God didn't bless you for you. He blessed you so you can serve other people. And, if I turn my back on you, that means the whole world is turning back on you, because we're all we have.
Yeah.
So we don't support each other. Who's going to support us? So.
Yeah.
Even if they hurt my feelings, I still accept them.
Yeah. All right, man. Okay, man. Well, we're going to sign off. Do you guys have like anything? I know, well, we know September 15th, you guys are dropping that music video.
Right, yeah.
Apart from the music, is there anything I didn't touch on? Like anything that, I didn't really discuss on here that'd probably be good for the people to know in regards to Opportunity Sports and Entertainment, or even XVXPA? Yeah. What's going on, as far as things you want to disclose, man. Let the people know better,
Fire music coming.
Fire music coming.
Yeah. Good music. Yeah.
And we're always looking to partner and work with more artists, man. We want to try to help as many artists as we can. So if they're interested, reach out and see how we can make it work. And like if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least we can try to help and be that connecting factor between industries and artists. Local.
I think I can think of every artist that came through here should be looking for you guys,
right?
Because, like I told you, I don't know of too many labels out here in Palm Beach that are offering the things you offering.
With the flexibility to be able to walk away when you need to
go on tour. Most of the artists I interview haven't been on tour. They don't know how to, because I work with independent artists that's been doing it so long that they know how to set up their own tours and they get it done. But even those artists don't have a label behind them, a team behind them that are pushing them.
The biggest thing is the transportation. Like a lot of people don't have that. But in the partnerships with a couple travel agencies, we have our own travel agency now. Yeah. So now we get everything at wholesale in terms of hotels and plane tickets and things of that nature. And then I got 2 private buses. Yeah. So whenever we need to go somewhere, get on the bus and let's go.
Get on the bus and go.
That's it. It's not hard
so I don't see why any artist, any artist tapping in. I mean, you'd be a fool not to tap in with these guys. And we'll be sure to get some artists over to you that we feel deserve the opportunity. Sure. Every artist do, but I can think of a couple artists off the top of my head I know you like, and I'll make sure they get in contact with you.
I appreciate that.
So, yeah, man. Nonetheless, it was good catching back up with you, man.
You gotta bring it back like a year from now, man. Just bring it back a year from now, see how everything went, man.
Oh no, well we're gonna bring it back.
Okay.
We're gonna bring it back for sure, man. I'm willing to. You got to bring more of your artists in here, so we tap in with them and see how things are going. You got 8 on the label right now.
Yeah, so you let me know when they'll be here.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, Opportunity Sports, XVXPA. We out, man. I appreciate you guys showing up, man.
Thank you.
Love.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.